it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. You know I love hearing from you. If you hear a bunch of noise above me, that is because my kiddo is having a play date right now and we live here. She's having fun. I was able to sneak down here to film and hang out with you guys, so it's a good day. I was inspired by someone I saw on Instagram the other day. I'm pretty sure it was Elizabeth Grace, and she has an Instagram and a YouTube channel that focuses on perfume. Popped up on my Instagram feed and I was like, that is so fun. I want to do that. It is the biggest dents in my collection. It's been a while since I've really focused on that in my collection. I notice it more when I'm doing my monthly fragrance trays versus like just picking through my collection based on the biggest dents. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is not every dent in my collection, but this is 10 of the largest dents in my collection. So if you're curious to see what I really reach for, then make sure you click that subscribe button and join the fam. You won't regret it. I'm gonna try not to ramble and let's get going. I was kind of debating when I was planning for this video. Do I wanna do just fragrances? Do I wanna include body sprays? Do I wanna just do body sprays? I decided to do a little bit of both. What the heck? So starting with body sprays, there were a couple that were fairly similar. I felt like these two had the larger dents. First up, we have one from Victoria's Secret. I'm actually really not the biggest fan of Victoria's Secret body sprays in general, but I do really like this one. This is actually pink, which is the offshoot of Victoria's Secret. Body mist called Vanilla and Dreamy. We have notes of fluffy vanilla, golden caramel, and coconut cloud. This is a really airy, soft, bright vanilla. This is one that I can pair with other things on its own. I can wear this to the gym. I can wear this out and about. I find it to be very, just truly an easy reach, which sometimes you just need those. I mean, I have definitely put a dent in there. I think I might put a little on for today. This is not overpowering at all. It really is a fluffy vanilla. I find this body spray plays beautifully in the sillage. It really just catches people, but it never is too much overpowering, cloying, anything like that. It's sweet, it's approachable, and it's just such an easy reach. I think that is why I have made such a dent in it. I really do enjoy Vanilla and Dreamy, just that easy reach that everybody needs. One that has quite the dent in it. I mean, that's like over halfway, right? I would say over halfway. Can you see that dent? This is Sol de Janeiro Tan Lines. This was definitely a limited edition, but don't quote me on it. I think they relaunched it, but with a different name. This is Solar Tuberose and Latte de Coco, and it is exactly that. It is a super milky tuberose fragrance, very beachy, very sunscreeny. This is not an everyday reach for me, even with the massive dent. The reason this has such a dent in it because this is a staple for me when I go on vacation. Every year since my daughter's been born, we go down to Florida once a year. This goes every trip. This gets worn every trip. It is milky. It is tuberose. It also really has kind of a high-end vibe to it, almost like a high-end sunscreen. You're laying poolside at a high-end resort. It's very beachy sunscreen, but still has like a very classy edge to it that I really enjoy. I think I really am drawn to that Latte de Coco note in there. That milkiness is just beautiful and lovely and creamy, which is one of my favorites when it comes to fragrance. The name Tan Lines fits it perfectly, and I will, yes, be using this again this summer when we hit the beach because this is a vacation staple over here. That is Sol de Janeiro Tan Lines. A cheapie that has a pretty good dent in it, my Lolita Lempicka. Lolita Lempicka. Not real original there with the name, but I love this fragrance. This has cherry and licorice. To me, it is a very aquatic scent. It smells like a very watery, fresh cherry that has like an interesting edge with that licorice note. There's actually a bunch of notes in this fragrance. It is the perfect amount of fresh. It's the perfect amount of juicy. I find myself really loving this when I go to the gym, which is a staple in my life now. So it does get used fairly often. But at the same time, there's this woody, kind of ambroxany, high-end vibe going on. Like, this does not smell like a super cheap fragrance. I think I maybe paid 30 bucks for this. It's enjoyable. It's a bit unique. It's perfect when you want to smell a little fresh, a little fruity. I want to say there's like 30 notes in here. I remember it's like a super long list. I really can't pinpoint a bunch of them, but all I know is Lolita Lempicka is something I really do enjoy wearing. It has gotten its use. It will continue getting its use. It honestly seems to get better with time. I feel like it's gotten a bit stronger the longer I've had it in my collection, and that is Lolita Lempicka. One that also has a major dent, like very major over here, at least in my collection. That honestly reminds me a lot of Lolita Lempicka, and I didn't realize it until just now smelling this and seeing this sitting on the table. I was like, hold up, those are so similar. You do not need both of these by any means. They scratch the same itch for sure. This is also very juicy, fruity, woody. This is Juliet Has a Gun Lipstick Fever. This has a lipstick note in there, which I think is so fun. I absolutely love a good old school lipstick smell. The raspberry is ultra juicy, which I love. It's not too sweet at all, so if you're not a huge sweet fan, this is a good one. I find Lolita Lempicka to be a bit sweeter than Lipstick Fever. This is much more woody, fresh. There's just enough sweetness in there with that fruitiness that even a sweets lover like myself can enjoy it. But really the showstopper to me is the juicy raspberry mixed with that woody, fresh dry down. This is one I also absolutely love to wear to the gym. I wear it a lot to the gym. I was stopped at the gym by someone who worked there, was like, it smells so good. What are you wearing? I was like, it's this one. Look for it on a discount website. This is also one that my husband is super drawn to, which I find interesting because to me, smelling this is not the typical kind of fragrance men are drawn to. I feel like men are usually more drawn to the in-your-face kind of like frosting, vanilla, gourmand fragrances. This is much more woody, airy, aquatic even. It's very unique at the same time, but my husband is truly drawn to this. He will actually stop in my perfume closet just to smell this. He enjoys it that much, which never would have guessed, but he loves it. Have you tried Lipstick Fever? What do you think? I personally think it's a great one. It's just perfect for when I want to smell fresh, but I want to smell put together, and it's still also a little bit elevated. Another one that gets a lot of love over here is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This one to me is my hot weather fragrance. You could definitely wear this other times, but when it is super hot, super sunny, and I just don't know what to wear because so much of my collection is so gourmand and sweet, those just aren't calling my name. They're like too much on the super hot days. I reach for this one. It always does it. It is so fresh, it is so lemony, and it is also so woody, but in the best way. This to me is quite sophisticated. It definitely smells like an I've Got Money perfume. I was at a cookout last summer, and there was a woman there who every time she walked back by me, I was like, wow, she smells so good. Finally, I had to stop her and I was like, you smell so good. What are you wearing? And it was light blue. It was a super hot, super sunny day. This in the scent bubble around her was just perfection. It was fresh. It was woody. It was sophisticated. And it caught my attention, so I know it grabs others' attention. Light blue is such a good one. If you are not sure what to reach for in a super hot, sunny day, I'm telling you, light blue is your girl. I love this. This one has a very large dent. It's kind of hard to see, but it's about this, like if a line was across here. I'm sure you recognize the bottle. This is not new to most of us. This is Glossier You. I'm telling you, if you want to smell like you are made of money, it is this one. I don't know why, but it makes me think of a white sheet of paper. It's clean, it's fresh, it's simple but modern. It's like the most expensive white sheet of paper you have ever smelled. I love this, honestly. I had a girl at work who was wearing it and she just kept knocking me out with it. This one, I'm telling you, you can smell it. I have an older bottle though. I have heard some of the newer formulations are not as powerful. This one is powerful. People are gonna smell you in the entire room. Like, it fills the room, it catches the breeze. This is a powerhouse. Glossier You to me is just a very fresh, clean, modern woman wearing a white t-shirt with the coolest slick pair of denim trousers, cute little slip-on flats with a very expensive handbag. Glossier You truly is just like an I've Got Money scent. You can wear her out, you can wear her to brunch, you can wear her to the gym. You can wear her to work. She just does everything. I love Glossier You, and it definitely gets a use over here. Now we're kind of working our way into some things that are a little less fresh. This is Sunset Hour, and I was honestly surprised to see such a dent in there. As far as my collection goes, this is a bit on the newer side. I've had it maybe 2 years, so not like brand new, but pretty new in my collection. Some of mine I have had quite a few years now. And the reason there is such a dent in this is not even because I wear it so much, but because this is one I spray heavy with. I do not get the best longevity with Sunset Hour. I've heard many others say that, so it's not just me. But there's something so lovely about this. This is juicy, juicy, fruity. It is sunshine in a bottle. I mean, really the Sunset Hour, that is the fragrance. The name is perfect. The color of the juice is perfect. It's girly, it's fun, it's flirty. It is honestly an easy reach. Great for daytime. A daytime date, this would be perfect, but I definitely think you could wear this on a summer night out because that ginger adds just a little oomph to it, a little sexiness, but I spray her down when I do wear her. Definitely more warm weather for me. Wear whatever you want all year long, but I do think this is the perfect warm weather type of fragrance, and that is Sunset Hour. One that is so cheap that I just absolutely love. This is Nicki Minaj Onika. Look at that dent, okay? I love this fragrance. First of all, I know the bottle is so gaudy, but I think it is so stinking cute. I love it. I love setting it on my shelf over there. I just think it's cute and fun. Mine is leaking. Don't leak on me. I can't waste you. This is sunshine, mood boosting for sure. I cannot be in a bad mood when I smell this. It is very, very fruity, like tropical fruitiness, maybe like a mixture of fruits, like some pineapple, maybe some peaches, maybe some melons. It seems like a fruit salad going on. It is sweet, but there's also something very soapy shower gel vibe in here. This is so fresh. It's like an expensive perfume, fruits, and laundry detergent all mixed in one. Another one that when it is hot out and I just don't want something that's going to bother me, that's going to make me smell worse. I want something that's going to make me smell fresh but yummy, flirty. Onika is so good. Like, this is so good. I think this is honestly a spectacular fragrance. I truly love this. I reach for it all the time in summer, as you can tell, and that is Nicki Minaj Onika. Two by the same brand, I have Skylar Indigo Valley and Skylar Sunkissed Dahlia. They have a very similar dent, which is interesting because I only got this one last year. So Indigo Valley is one that is unique in my collection. It is milky and fruity, but it's a very subdued fruitiness. It's actually a blueberry note, and it's kind of just like playing in the background. It's not juicy in your face. It's not fruity body spray. It just makes it a little bright. Very, very milky creaminess without going lactonic. And it's also quite woody at the same time. It's almost like a woody, milky latte with a light blueberry syrup. This is so unique, very unisex. Again, another one that I love to reach for on a hot day. There's something about the woodiness in here and the blueberry note that I find really nice in the hot weather. I do think you could wear this all year. This one has an edginess to it because it is so unisex for my collection. I do kind of feel like I get the color blue in mind when I smell it. I love pairing this with Skylar's Boardwalk, what's it called? Boardwalk Vanilla? Is that what it's called? Or just Boardwalk? I can't remember, the cotton candy one. When I'm not quite in the mood to go this unisex, I spray myself down with this, then I pop on a little bit of that cotton candy and it brings out the blueberry fruitiness of this. They pair so beautifully together. I definitely get a use out of this. This is one I love to take with me when I visit my in-laws because my mother is very scent sensitive and Skylar's are hypoallergenic. I love Indigo Valley and I don't really hear people talk about it. I don't get it. I really enjoy her. And then one, for being as new as it is, has a big dent. I feel like I've been talking about Sunkissed Dahlia a lot lately. I can spray myself down with this. That is why this has a dent. This is so good. This is another mood booster. I feel so happy and sunshiny when I smell it. It is fruity with apple and mammy. And then it is ultra creamy because there's a custard note in there that just plays beautifully with the fruits. If you love Eden Juicy Apple, but it just was lacking something for you and the longevity wasn't quite what you were wanting, I really think you'll like Sunkissed Dahlia. It is very apple-y, which I'm usually not a fan of, but it's beautiful in here with that custard note. It is so good. It is so inviting. It is just like sunshine in a bottle. I am so happy every time I smell this. I truly love Sunkissed Dahlia. It is another one though that I can spray myself down with. So it's not that I reach for this constantly, it's that I have to spray a bit heavy because I don't think this is a powerhouse. I do find it kind of tones down quickly. So I like to spray myself down when I wear this, but I truly enjoy the heck out of Sunkissed Dahlia. It's definitely a favorite in my collection, as you can tell. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which fragrances in your collection have the largest dents. I have to wrap this up because we still have to go to my in-laws tonight, which is quite the drive. So anyways, thank you again for hanging out with me. I'm so glad we got to sit down and talk perfume. Definitely let me know down below what are the largest dents in your collection. You know I love hearing about it. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah! I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.